Uh, More quarterback news that has been going on for free agency so far. Some quarterbacks have left their teams to go and move on. Phillip Rivers went to the Indianapolis Colts for a year, $25 million. He recently moved to Florida this offseason to be closer to family. I thought that he was actually going to go to the Bucs because that's where he moved to. He moved closer to Tampa, but turns out he went to Indianapolis. Frank Reich was his offensive coordinator back in San Diego, but is now the head coach for the Colts. So I think that because their close relationship, Phillip Rivers had that connection there. I'm excited to see that fit. He's on his older side too. I don't know how much longer he'll be playing. That's probably why they signed for 1 year. But he's still younger than Tom Brady, so who knows how much left he has in him. Teddy Bridgewater signed with the Panthers for 3 years, $63 million. I think this is a great pickup for the Carolina Panthers, especially seeing what Teddy Bridgewater did last year when Drew Brees went out. He went 5-0 for the Saints when Taysom Hill was kind of in and out as their quarterback. But Sean Payton has said Taysom Hill's our quarterback for the future. Teddy Bridgewater wants a chance to play, and he's kind of recaptured his magic after that gruesome leg injury he had back in the day. But this thing with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers is really something I want to get into right now, because the Panthers basically, they had talks with Teddy Bridgewater this week, and they said to Cam Newton, we're going to give you permission to seek a trade right now. And Cam Newton was like, nope, that's not true at all. I didn't want this. You guys are forcing this on me. Jake, what are your takes on Cam Newton, and where do you think he might go?
I think that he's definitely recently been not as hype as he was coming out of college and performing at that caliber. But bringing in Teddy Bridgewater, I think, is definitely the better option as to fill the quarterback spot, because he's mostly been counted out after a mediocre career at Minnesota. So once he gets counted out from injuries, he comes back in New Orleans and goes undefeated, filling in Drew Brees' spot. So I think it's definitely a smart move, and don't really know anywhere. I'm just excited to see where Cam Newton will end up.
Zach?
Yeah, what's up?
Where do you think Cam Newton's going to end up, and what do you think of the situation that's going on with him and the Panthers?
I don't actually know. You know, I'm not happy to see him leave the Panthers, but on one hand, I don't want to see him leave the Panthers, but I'm also happy to see him with a new team. I think that he is really not shown all that he's capable of, and I know he's done great, over his career, but I think he could even still do more and be better with a better team. With that being said, I don't know where I'd like to see him, where I even think he would go. Yeah.
What are your opinions on him coming to Miami?
We'll get to the Dolphins later. I have a lot of thoughts on the Dolphins offseason moves right now.
He's
but
too old.
I think with Cam Newton,
you think he's too old?
He's only 30.
Yeah.
For the Dolphins.
For the Dolphins, I want somebody young that's going to be with them for a while.
I think the biggest thing with Cam Newton that I don't think maybe the Panthers organization has kind of given up on is how he has been a little bit injury prone in the past couple of years. But even so, I think when healthy, he is a MVP caliber quarterback. He has been. He was the MVP back in 2015 when they went to the Super Bowl. I think Cam Newton has had an amazing NFL career. He's been with the Panthers for 9 years. I'm excited to see what he can do.